counting down, Adam.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Hey dudes and dudettes, this is Paul Acevedo from Windows Central. Tonight I'm joined on the mic by 3 dudes, Tyler, Brian, and Adam.
Hey.
Yo. I messed it up again.
God, Adam.
No.
And we are going to stream a game called Clockwork Tales of Glass and Ink, which has just come out on Xbox One. It was already available on PC, Windows Phone, and other mobile platforms. So this is from Artifex Mundi, a Polish developer. I met them in person at Casual Connect one year. They've always been really cool. They already released Nightmares from the Deep on Xbox One, so this is their second console game. Now, I understand people in the audience are wanting to hear about Marky Mark. That's Mark Wahlberg. He's an actor of sorts.
He was good in The Departed.
Yeah, Departed.
It's too depressing, you know. I don't think I could watch it again unless there was alcohol involved.
I don't think it's.
Oh man,
that's a good way to deal with something depressing.
I think there's some plot holes.
You think? There was some kind of big coincidence.
Living Dead Girl thinks your last name is Avocado.
Living Dead Girl, take that back.
Oh. Bam.
Yeah, well, what if I think your last name is Boy instead of Girl? How would you like that?
I think the normal person looks like Michael Jackson.
A little bit. Okay, here's a little story intro. Let's listen to it for a bit.
Indeed.
So, her name is Evangeline Glass. His name is Dr. Whatever Inc. So it's of Glass and Ink. But I'm sorry, but Ink is such an annoying last name. And actually, every time they say Ink, it makes me cringe a little bit.
Reminds me of like a procedural drama on like NBC. With like the two people's last name.
Yeah, I mean, just for their last names to both be objects, I don't know, kind of a Dean Koontz thing actually. Boy, he's not a very good writer.
You know, a lot of shows and movies and stuff use people's last names, like give words that are nouns as last names, like that wouldn't ever really come up that often in real life.
Yeah, it takes me out a little bit, you know. I mean, I understand why they do it. They hope that it makes them more memorable or easy to instantly commit to memory, but not for me. It's just like, come on, that's not a real last name. Anyway, I move the cursor here and I hold A to enter the location. Bob Jones asks if we can ride polar bears in this. Unfortunately, I don't think so. That would be pretty rad though.
No polar bears. Not so far as that I've seen. In
this building, I hold down and I can look at my journal. And I can skip the tutorial, and actually I'm going to go ahead and do that because it's a little too much tutorial.
Yeah, you don't need to go
For some reason, they make you hold the button for all your decisions like a Kinect game. That is a little weird. Doesn't really mess it up too much.
Was this a phone game?
PC.
PC and phone.
Yep. The interface makes me think it was definitely PC first.
I agree with that. So there's the guy she's supposed to meet, Santa Claus.
Santa Claus? She has to meet Santa Claus?
Well, Ink, whatever. But what do you guys think of the animation of the characters?
They look like they're teleporting a little bit. Oh, there's
yeah, like when his face is moving, it looks like it's kind of a 3D model, but they're just stretching it or something.
Yeah, 3D. Yeah. That's like
I think it is a 3D model that they're deforming.
And like you know, the red and blue glasses.
By the way, hi Ultraman. I see Ultraman is here again tonight. Yeah, we gave out PSN codes yesterday. Weren't you just here yesterday, Ultraman? Can't believe you forgot. This game is not on PlayStation Network, so it's impossible for us to give you a PlayStation code for it. As hard as we try.
But that would be something, though.
Yeah, we don't have that much talent.
Not yet, anyway.
That's right.
We will be giving away NX codes, though, so hang on for that.
NX codes.
You're a little premature there. A little premature. Yeah, I do like the art style in this game. It is very nice.
I feel like they need to go higher budget on the animation itself, but everything else is fine. But the barely moving stuff is just a little hard for me. Because like on a phone, obviously, that meets the standards, but I think on consoles we're used to a little bit nicer looking.
Well, it might just be more of an art style they're going for.
It's a budget thing. I mean, if they had the money, they would make everything move as fluidly as they could. It's not like, I don't think it's an artistic decision.
What's this?
But it's understandable. I mean, especially like if you built this and intended to sell it as a $3 phone game, then there's a maximum budget you can use for a game like that if you expect to make your money back.
Well, that's true.
So yeah, she's just gone into the dude's room, and now something is breaking through the wall.
Wow.
There he goes. St. Matthew, he says.
It's the Iron Giant. Run away.
Man, I cannot wait for that movie to come out on Blu-ray, but I think they're re-releasing it in theaters before that happens.
Where's Ink?
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wasn't that Vin Diesel's first big role? He said like 3 words.
Wasn't his first role in some kind of... Wasn't it an adult movie?
I don't know.
That's Matthew.
I could be wrong about that.
What's left
I mean,
of
that's
him.
what I
Okay.
heard.
Poor thing.
One of the collectibles that you just saw about 30 seconds ago was Paul picked up a bug.
Yeah, I missed 2 of them because I already got them in my last playthrough. I wonder if it counts cumulatively, or will they still be out there? I hope they'll still be out there.
I have not played it twice, so I don't know.
Is this game out already?
Mhm.
Yeah, it just came out. I thought we were getting it early, but actually we only got it like a couple days early, so there wasn't time to actually stream it early. So I can... What is that? No, I can't use... How am I carrying a window around? That doesn't really make sense to me.
It's a tiny window for a dollhouse.
Right. So yeah, even though we don't have PlayStation codes to do today, we do have quite a lot of codes to give out because Artifex Mundi has been very generous, and
In
we're grateful for
Steambugs
that.
collection.
So here's a hidden object
Sadly, these are
sequence.
damaged
This is a hidden
beyond
object
repair.
game with the different adventure elements as well. What do you think about like the checklist at the bottom of things you're supposed to look for? To me, in this particular game, it's a little bit confusing. At least in this particular puzzle, I should say. Maybe other checklists will look different. Do you have any issues with that, Brian?
What's that?
The checklist of things
was
at the bottom,
talking to the
it's
chat.
a little hard.
Sometimes they get really small and it's really difficult to figure out what you're looking
Yeah, I
for.
wonder what's up with that.
I mean, I played it in a 720p window, and some of the pieces were little tiny things.
I wanted to say that's what she said, but it didn't really apply.
Mm.
Adam, has she ever told you that?
I mean, I think the less appropriate and less funny that's what she said is, the better it is,
Yes, that's wonderful, Adam.
right? Yeah.
All right.
Because if you say like the brakes on my car are a little squeaky, and then I say that's what she said, that's hilarious.
So you say Artifacts Mundi gave us a couple dozen copies of games to give away, and you say
That's what she
What
said."
she said, and then
Yep.
it's like that's true.
It's
comedy.
hilarious.
That's like taking it a
Right,
whole
yeah.
nother.
That
layer
is a
deeper.
certain
Right?
level of comedy.
It's-
I can appreciate that.
Totally.
It's getting
I-
all Rodney Dangerfield up in here.
Speaking
No
of
respect.
classic comedies, I watched Jay and Silent Bob Strikes
Oh,
Back.
did you just call it a
yesterday.
classic?
The weather's calmed down.
Yeah, I love that
The
movie.
village.
What was it? What didn't it come out like
Yeah, I
25
got an
years
achievement
ago?
for not making any mistakes.
It's old, but it's not 25 years old.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh,
like
man.
20.
It's
No.
also not as good as his only
Yeah,
good movie.
definitely
So.
not. I mean, like, that was the first movie of his that I think I really didn't like. Like, I didn't like Dogma very much,
Like,
but I
there's-
really didn't like that
There's
one.
no serious effort put into
Yeah,
it,
definitely not.
but I like it. I think it's
It,
really
it has
funny.
good parts, you know, but like, there's just too much stoner stuff in that one for me. You know, that kind of stuff will never land with me. So I guess it's time to go out.
I like it.
Yeah, the whole movie's one big stoner joke, so,
Yeah,
you know.
And just when you're supposed to have, you know, the Blunt Man and Chronic characters, they're really lame. So like, to pretend that they're popular and stuff, it just makes me say, no, those are really lame. That would never be popular.
are you questioning the plot of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
A
Thank
little
you,
bit,
Cecil.
but he's
My
used
math
them in
is
other
never
things.
good,
You
so-
know, like they had their own comic and stuff.
Try that again. You know what I mean. 6.
Oh, and in fact,
not
I think
8.
there's a super low budget animated movie of it. I need 2 missing pieces to activate the dollhouse.
You're talking about Vin Diesel's first role, Stoney. I believe you're thinking of Saving Ryan's Privates.
So that's what it was called. Very good reference
Where is
there.
everyone?
All right. Yes, luckily the bugs are still there that I missed, so you can go back and get them. So that helps. And they're not that hard to find. You can see, you just look for all the things that are moving on the screen, so that's a lot better than some collectibles. Here's a kitty. Can I interact with the kitty? Oh, it's not interesting in helping me out because it's a cat. Thanks, kitty.
Yeah, that's pretty much the description of a cat.
Don't we all really hope that Left 4 Dead 3 is coming out? Because Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 really were pretty good, weren't they?
You know what my favorite stoner movie is? It's The Stoned Age.
Never seen it.
Anyone see The Stoned Age?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, not a lot of people have.
Is that the
It's
one with
great.
Dave Chappelle?
But no Cheech and Chong?
How High with Method Man
Oh,
and
God.
Redman?
Why are we even talking about this?
I do like Up in Smoke. Up in Smoke's a good movie.
Yeah,
I've
stuff
never
is pretty
seen
much always in the
Cheech
same
and
spots.
Chong, but I am like a decade and a half younger than you guys.
Ever
Well, Fire doesn't like him.
Not a lot of replay value in this.
But you do-
Yeah, I just watched
Don't you have to go through it twice? Ugh, I really don't like that movie. But I know that people don't hate it though. It has its fans. In fact, my ex-girlfriend Sarah liked it pretty well. I think she's the one who took me to see it in the theater.
He was working on our doll.
Which one?
Yeah.
Grandma's Boy?
I don't
It
like
was okay. My brother.
the video game stuff in it is super fake. So like, even if there wasn't all the dumb stoner stuff, like the video game stuff and the testing and everything, like it's all done with like so little respect and research put into things. The Dance Dance Revolutions sequence, all that kind of crap, just gets on my nerves.
You don't think that's
No.
funny? Oh. Well, I think you're a little bit too serious.
You know,
Paul.
I am serious about this.
Yep.
I had a discussion with a pretty smart guy who knows a lot about movies online. We were talking about this movie in particular, and yeah, in the end I just had to say, you know what, I'm too close to games and stuff, so I can't appreciate that movie's take on gaming culture and stuff, because it's also wrong. Yay! I brought, what's his name? Timothy? Jacob? I don't know. The bird, I brought him back to life. Matthew. There we go.
They're getting worse.
That's what I said, right?
You said
Kevin Smith is a super terrible director, and lately he's done nothing but bad movies. So that is hard to forgive. It's like,
and the bird's out of power, so you have to charge him up.
Yeah,
I have
his
to
last
find
movies
something
have been
that'll do
bad.
that?
I didn't mind Clerks. I didn't mind
Okay.
Clerks
Yep.
too.
If you
yeah,
look
I
at the
like
book
Clerks too, actually.
next to him,
Some
it
people
tells
were
you how
really
to do it.
disappointed by it. Oh, just look in the book?
It tells you how to do it. You have to find the thing
Well, if I
to
haven't
do it.
found the thing, then I don't want to read the book. Adam, did you
Alright.
you didn't like Clerks 2? You must not have if you said he only made one good movie.
Yeah, I didn't like Clerks too.
You know, the
Not really.
donkey and the, you know, gay homophobics. I don't know, was that homophobic? I don't even know if it was, but the donkey stuff basically didn't need to be in that movie.
You know what the problem with the donkey stuff was? Had it been like a quick, funny joke, maybe it would have been funny. It just went on
That is
forever.
so true.
You know what I mean? Like it was overstayed its welcome. Kind of know when to drop your joke and just walk away.
Good
Drop
point,
it.
because like in the first
Walk
movie,
away.
there's, you know, somebody sleeps with a dead guy, but they don't like dwell on it to some horrible extent.
I mean, Clerks moves. Like Clerks, the jokes, they come fast. Whether they're funny or not, whether you think they're funny or not, they come and they're gone. They've gone, and you're on to the next one. But in Clerks 2, they hammer you. They say this is funny because we're going to say it again, and we're going to say
Isn't
it
that
again.
funny? Ha ha ha.
Isn't this funny?
Seriously,
We're saying it
it's
again.
funny.
So that's
Isn't
the difference between Clerks.
That's a
and
fair
Clerks 2.
point. You know, I actually just love Dante and Randall. Like, I really love those characters.
Yeah, they're probably the two best characters.
So, just to see them again.
Have you guys seen the Clerks cartoon?
Love it. It's so good.
That's pretty
Yeah.
funny too. Yeah, but the entire gimmick of the Clerks cartoon is ramming you with the same jokes over and over. But it works in that. So, I mean, it depends on what your attitude is towards that. Because some of the best jokes in the Clerks cartoon are the jokes that they make 5 times.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of those episodes were written by Paul Dini from Batman the Animated Series and stuff, and he's a really good writer. But yeah, the Clerks cartoon, it's like taking the premise from Clerks and combining it with the Simpsons, you know, like good era Simpsons.
Yeah.
It worked really well. It's a shame.
The animations in this game are definitely weird. How like the bodies don't move at all, but the heads move like that. They nod and bob around like they normally would
Yeah,
when you talk.
I don't know. There's a use over here.
It's a little off-putting.
No, can't use it.
Strange.
Yeah, like I
it's not
said,
that bad.
it does put me off a bit, but I still... Where do I need to go? Do I need to go back outside?
I have seen much worse in video games. This isn't that bad.
Oh, it's fine. You know, it doesn't mean that we are down on the game or something. It's just not every little aspect of it is going to be perfect.
I only play good video games, so I've never experienced anything like
Adam
that.
only plays third-person horror
Oh.
shooters.
That is true. The soldier's
that's-
jacket is too high
it's
to
very
reach.
reductive.
Interact? Okay. That doesn't do anything.
Also, Resident Evil isn't third person.
You
If
can
anything,
interact
it's like
with the
fourth
lamppost,
person.
by the way.
Person? I can do what?
I don't know. Well, what would it be if you're like?
I mean, you're
Resident Evil?
controlling the person from a third perspective, like a
It's a
non-first
third-person
perspective.
fixed camera isometric, basically.
Yeah, it's just fixed camera. That's
Oh,
it.
you know
It's
what,
still-
Brian?
It's
You and
still
your fancy
third-person
words.
Fixed cameras, right? So here's the 4 games that Adam has streamed: Resident Evil, Alan Wake, and Shadows of the Damned.
Huh. It's kind of a
Yeah.
theme going there.
All completely different.
All exactly the same.
They're all completely different. I'm gonna do a Sura's Wrath for you, Tyler.
That would be fun, although...
Dude, you're gonna have a lot of time where you can't talk.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it's one of the games I want to do.
Yeah, Sir's Wrath is cool.
Yeah.
I like the combat.
I got pretty far into it right at the end, and then I got stuck on a hard fight, and I never went back to it, which is a shame. But also that fight shouldn't have been so hard.
There are no hard fights in Sura's
There are
Wrath.
two. It was level
Game's easy.
15. Like, I tried over and over,
I
just
don't
couldn't
think so.
find any help for it.
I'll do it my first
I
try.
bet you won't. So I got the bird. Nope. What? I don't know what's happening. So I got a little knife. What can I use the knife on? Not there. Whose bosom is so large?
Use the knife on
oh,
the brick.
ladies at the inn.
The innkeeper. or
Speaking
whatever.
of
Use the knife on the brick.
speaking of women with big bosoms, there's a game like an old Windows Phone and Xbox 360 indie game that is coming to Xbox One this week. What is it called? It's like Little Princess Sarah or something. They just found the achievements for it at Xbox 360 achievements.
Oh, Amazing
yeah,
Princess
that's-
Sarah.
So it's kind of a
That wasn't
Castlevania
around.
clone, isn't it?
The only boobs are just the cover illustration now.
Was
But it's
it
pretty nice.
Was it
Pretty
a
nice
indie
pixel
game
art.
or something?
Huh?
Was it an indie?
It's an
game?
indie. It
Like
was an
a
indie game. Yeah.
XBLIG.
Yeah.
Yeah, an X.
And they released it on Windows Phone, which is cool of them.
But it's a nice looking pixel art game. Platformer.
Because if it was XBLA, I've more than likely heard of it because I was very deep into the XBLA catalog.
Ooh, I got the dollhouse door. I know I needed that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And here's a soldier uniform diagram, so I guess at some point I'm going to need to find some of those things, maybe.
Indeed.
So you like building a dollhouse?
I'm repairing that dollhouse.
Repairing
right
a
there,
dollhouse.
So there'll be something I need in it. I want to make sure I look at everything else before I leave. Do I have anything that can break that? Nope.
I think Carolina will come out as like a 7-point Super Bowl favorite. Maybe 6. Let's go 6-point
Hey,
Super
it's a
Bowl
plane
favorite.
taking off. Do you agree or disagree with
Definitely.
that, Adam?
I mean, yeah, they're going to be a favorite. They're definitely going to be a favorite. But favored by a touchdown? Probably not.
I think so. I don't know if the line will come back. I don't think the line will come back that much, but I think they start at least like 6-point favorite.
I just found a
Don't thank me. It's random.
doorknob
Ready?
wrapped in paper. Well, they can always say thank you. But say thanks Windows
I know.
Central. That's the way to go. Or
Yes.
also the developer.
Or you can
Yeah.
thank our developer, Artifacts Monday. Artifacts
Yes,
Mundi.
absolutely.
Does Artifacts Mundi make any third-person shooters?
All they make is hidden object puzzle adventure games.
Yeah, I think this is kind of all they make.
I can't play it unless it's a third-person shooter. You understand?
Yeah,
You tend to play
There's
a lot
no
of those,
horror. Adam, I'm sorry.
Just like I tend to play a lot of first-person puzzle games.
I mean, there's a bunch of first-person games I want to play too. Just so happens that these ones are
Tyler
not.
told me not to. I thought of a good tease, but he told me not to make that kind of tease anymore, so I can't. Darn you, Tyler.
Are you being naughty?
Yep.
That's right. Shut
Jeez.
it down.
Can you see I could?
It's probably for the
Oh,
best.
what's in? That's interesting. I flipped on the switch. What does that do? Oh, made a dragonfly come out.
Made a bug
What do I
appear.
do with the bug?
Collect him. It's one of the
Collect them all.
collectibles.
What do you do with everything in this game, Paul? You press A on it, take it.
Okay, well I'll go back in and hope I can accomplish something. Have I ever streamed King's Quest? Unfortunately, I have not. You know, Brian streamed it a lot. I watched a lot of it.
I have
Yeah.
several times. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by that game. It's one of my... That's a game I wish had been on my best games of the year list, but I just never got a proper chance to play it.
It's not even finished yet, so it'll probably be on this year's
Oh
best
yeah,
of
and
list.
that would be fair.
'Cause
The second episode I thought got some pretty mediocre reviews, or maybe I don't know.
I liked it.
You did like
It's,
Yeah.
Do you think it's fair to review an episodic game though, like episode by episode?
it? No.
I
don't
mean, they're
think it
not
works
done
at all.
yet,
Like-
so
We were,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
We're doing that with
Just-
Minecraft story mode, and it's really, really, really hard to do.
I don't think it's right. Like, I don't think, every movie has lulls, like, or any story has lulls, and they go up and down, and like to say a part because it's released in parts doesn't mean that every part is separate. It's still part of the whole
yeah,
game.
it should be taken as a whole.
It really should be, and I think that's a problem that those games have, is fitting into
The
like
reviewing mold, yeah.
the review schedule, the review process. Because
Well, yeah, 'cause you
people
don't
want to
wanna
know about it
wait.
right away. Like when The Walking Dead comes out, people want to know.
Right.
And at the same time, like that game won't be done for 8 months.
It still benefits those episodic games to be reviewed,
Yeah.
because if big websites weren't reviewing them, then no one's gonna, they're gonna get a lot less press coverage than they would
Yeah,
otherwise.
so they do get either a review or an announcement article every time an episode comes out, and that is good for them.
Yep.
Laxer says he played
Yeah,
the
you
original.
can do sort of a mini review. Oh, which original? There were like 12 of them. Actually, there were
He
8, I think.
means at least one King's Quest, who knows which. But yeah, any of the older ones I think counts as, knowing the series anyway. There's the other piece of paper, put it over there. This is interesting what I'm doing in the dollhouse. This is a fun puzzle. And she wants that, so...
Some of the things were really difficult in the dollhouse to find. I had trouble with 1 or 2 of the pillows.
Ooh.
Well, there's only 2 of them,
I hear
so
you.
it was either 1
Don't
or
you
2.
often have trouble with pillows? I don't even know what that means.
I'm sure you were trying to make
That's
a
what
jab
she
there
said.
and failed pretty
There we go,
badly.
that's what she said. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tyler.
See, I knew it was bad when I said it, though. It was intentional. Where does this go? There, okay. Now we're looking for another bowl. There we go. Ah, so... Laxer did play the very first one. Neat. Where do these tools go?
Man, that was a long time ago.
You can get them on...
You'd had to start that with like a DOS prompt.
Yeah, and they were not exactly intuitive to start out with. But...
At all.
Yeah, you can buy them on goodoldgames.com, play through with an FAQ, and you'll be good to go. Where is the hammer? Yeah, it just got a little bit hard.
Or you could just follow somebody who's crazy and streams them on Twitch
The problem
occasionally.
is Adam doesn't like PC games, so he's never played the King's Quest series, have you, Adam?
Maybe I played the NES version.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
I
So
forgot
that's
about
like
that.
Commodore 64
Dude, that
days,
game
man.
looked neat on the NES. You know, some of those games looked really cool in screenshots.
I never even heard of it. Like, I mean, I know it's based off old property, but I don't know what it is at all.
King's Quest is one of the first adventure games.
Ah,
You're looking for pillows,
Oh, I
Paul.
found the pillows.
what a
Oh,
what
yeah.
a wonderful, enjoyable genre of video
If there's
games.
one thing I'm good at, it's finding pillows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can put the doorknob on this thing.
Yes, and now you have the key.
What does
So
the
you can
light
get in.
segment on top mean? I think it was just part of the design of that dollhouse.
The
sort
light
of.
segment was how many of the puzzles you'd completed.
Oh,
There were 8 of
This
them.
is just like Resident Evil.
It is kind of
Totally.
like Resident Evil
Yeah.
if you're walking around and everything.
Yep. I don't have a doorknob. Now I have a doorknob.
Yeah, and just
Well, Resident Evil's sort of a horror third person adventure game.
the older
You know?
ones definitely had that feel for sure.
yes. The
Hey, Sergeant Torrente, how's it?
Yo,
Holy
Torrente.
crap.
And
4915.
hello to Mega Man too. I don't think I said hi to you yet. Mega Man, didn't you get mad at somebody last night? I thought you're being a little sensitive there, man, because I don't think they were trying to make you mad. Sliding puzzle. That's the worst kind of puzzle in the universe.
Hey, Derp. So-called.
But the important thing is that we all get along. I just want to point that out. So-called is here? Good man.
Yep. You could just put these where they need to be. You don't have to move them
Oh.
one at a time. At least you could on the PC.
Let's find out. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, good. That's
Makes
much
it a
better
little
than a
faster.
sliding puzzle. Hello, Silent Wolf. Interesting spelling there. When are we going to start? I don't know.
What?
We owe this game an hour, so I guess that would be in approximately 30 minutes. Is that correct?
Yeah, roughly. We were about 15 minutes
Yeah.
late starting, so. And I've already
If you
run
guys
one of the
weren't talking about
contests.
Twilight, maybe we'd be fine. Maybe we'd be on time.
Yeah.
Well,
That was
Silent,
not of
You
my
get Adam
own
started
volition.
on Twilight.
Unfortunately-
Silent Wolf
Yeah.
wants to talk about Twilight. He's a fan of
Oh.
the werewolves. I believe.
Yeah,
That's
well, you
Team
know-
Jacob. I believe that's Team Jacob.
Ah, look,
Yeah.
there's a robot centipede.
There's some
Say so.
streams you won't be welcome in.
That was kind of surprising. So this game has a
What was
steampunk
that?
thing going on, and
Some
that's
kind of
fun.
mechanical myriapod.
I like
Yeah.
steampunk.
It's not like super steampunk, but it is a bit.
It's pretty super steampunk there, yeah. There's a lot of it in here.
He claims not to be Team Wolf.
The second game is a war of something. The little ones.
This War of Mine.
I forget
This
what it's called. This war
This
of
War
mine.
of Mine,
Yes.
the little
You will
ones.
thrill as I struggle to learn how to
Los
play.
Pequeñitos.
If you type in exclamation games, it'll tell you what games are being played tonight. If you type in
Oh, wow.
exclamation comment or contests, it'll tell you what the contest is.
Barber's guilty.
Nice.
And anybody can do that. There is a timeout on it though, so don't try to spam it.
It didn't work for me, Brian.
Well, that's because you have a strange obsession, Tyler.
I'm scared noise. Yeah, I don't play very many scary games on stream, do I? It's been a while.
Hey, you found the recharging thing.
And I guess that's everything I can do here. Zoom. Just a picture again. Yeah, looks like everything.
You'll come back to this room for other things, but for right now, that's about all you can do.
Fine.
Hey, Alejandro.
Yo, Alejandro.
What's your favorite Twilight book, Alejandro?
Oh my god, I'm about to ban you.
My favorite would have to be the
Man.
one where the author took...
They
No,
all
no, the
die.
one where the author took the first book, swapped all the names of the characters by gender, and then republished it without actually rewriting any of the book. Like, that is super talented
Ooh.
and classy.
That
Totally.
seems very reductionist, Paul.
Hey, dude,
Very
I'm
reductionist.
saying that I like that one. What are you talking about?
No,
Achievement.
you didn't like that one. You're being sarcastic.
I can't wait for you anymore.
She's really, really, really about.
And if you don't have a rule against talking about Twilight, then we're going to talk about it.
Oddly enough, Sergeant Torrente, Twitch chat is based on IRC.
Can you imagine if the developer watches this stream and they're like, they were just talking about Twilight the whole time?
I love your Polish accent, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah, I sounded real Polish, right? That was just like generic random accent. That would be hilarious though. Like we should give each stream a secret theme and just like stick to that theme to confuse people.
You need to have a word of the day, and we have like buzzers that go off when somebody says it, and
The word of the day is Twilight.
Yeah. Sparkle
Whoa, it
Sunshine.
is the Iron Giant, kind of. Oh, the dude's in a cage.
It's him. I have to help him. Where is this room?
Yeah, why isn't Sergeant exclamation mark a command? I think we should make that one of the bot commands.
It has to start with an
When you
exclamation.
type it, I don't know, tells you an interesting fact about
Spanish.
Sergeant Tarente.
It has to be upside down too.
Uh-oh. Don't give...
My keyboard doesn't do upside
yeah,
down
I
characters.
couldn't type an upside down exclamation mark to save my life.
I'm sure there's just a 3-digit alt code.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
The still animation in it, or the still pictures in this game
Yeah,
are
they are
gorgeous. And by the way, you can use your bird to fetch things
Oh,
for you.
like that? Interact.
Like the thing that you just
Seriously?
skipped and jumped down from.
Well, how could I know that? I can't send the bird to get this coat. Why can't I send him to...
Yeah, you can.
Oh. Oh, I see. You have to activate him first by tapping right.
You have to click on the bird
Got
first and then
Wow,
go to
that's
it.
new.
Yep, that was kind of neat. That one, I missed a few things because it's not something you think about a lot.
Oh, well, see, there's an interesting Sergeant Tarente fact. He is straight.
As opposed
He's
to
available, ladies.
Right.
just don't tell his wife.
So which room was I supposed to go back to? Not this one? Probably.
The one with the giant hole in it.
Fine. Yeah, see, I knew I was smart asking you to play through this before I played it.
That damn worm.
I beat the whole
Picture of
first
me.
scenario.
It
It's a
looks
lot of
Too
like
fun.
Chevy.
man.
Alright, I'm sending
I
Matthew
liked
after
it
the
quite a bit.
centipede. No, they're having a little fight.
Shoot.
Go, Matthew.
We should watch out for him.
Dun
Matthew.
dun dun. He's a pretty awesome bird. That centipede's a nasty little thing. Keeps taking your picture. It's like the paparazzi.
Ooh. Use...
Do you wish this was a third-person shooter, Tyler?
I do.
Yeah.
The exact same game,
Yeah,
but with
like,
shooting.
I mean,
Together we will finish.
yeah,
this
you
in
just
no
shoot
time.
the dollhouse and then you shoot the little flying bird.
Yeah.
You just
It's
shoot
like
everything.
I can't find all the pieces to the dollhouse. Instead, I'm going to shoot it, and then I win.
Are there any bugs in this scene? I feel like I'm gonna miss some bugs at some point.
You
I
probably
hate the
will.
idea of missing bugs.
I think I missed one on the first section. There's 3 sections for the first part. I missed one on the first one. I think I got all of them on the second one, and I missed one on the third one, I think.
Well, dang. Is there anything left in this broken room, or was that it? It feels like that was it.
If you move your cursor around and you don't see use on anything, there's probably nothing left.
Could have just told me. No,
Yeah, I don't think there's anything left in here.
that's fine. So, we're in... Then we got the room where they want us to... Oh, can I put the code on it? Yeah, I can. Neat.
Hey, Sergeant Tarente's telling us how to do the upside down exclamation point.
Alright. Yeah, boy, that's complicated. I mean, how do Mexican people do it? Alex, you should tell us. He would know. Well, I mean,
That's how you
just,
do it.
you think? But they have to type that frequently, so you couldn't always have to hold Alt and do 3 keys. That would be too much trouble.
Well, I mean,
That's
can't you buy a
freaky,
key?
really?
Like, if you lived in Mexico, couldn't you buy a keyboard that had like the
No,
upside
you
down?
press Alt Shift exclamation
All the
point
time? I just...
to hit that.
That sounds horrible.
I guess.
Oh.
Actually, that's a much better way to do
Yeah,
it. The
Alt
way
161.
Alex just said. Alt
No, that's a-
161.
That's an I
He wants
though.
another glass, and then he'll give me his helmet. I don't have another glass, do I?
That's not an upside down exclamation point.
I want to send
Alex.
the bird at one of these people. Go get her.
Wait, can't you buy other keyboards? So don't other keyboards have different numbers and
That's
letters
what I'm
on them?
wondering.
I
Yes.
hope you find her.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I only know how to do the German letters. Like Alt 129 is U with an umlaut.
I used to know how to do all the Spanish ones when I took Spanish class in high school.
148 is.
The accent
I
on
never
the
learned.
letters.
I wish they would have taught us.
There it is. Alt 0161. That is you're basically typing in the Unicode number for that
See,
that
our
symbol.
stream is educational.
a military facility that
We try to be.
Unicode.
to see in
Nothing
here.
else I can do here.
Yeah, you learn about Twilight, New Dawn, New Moon, Breaking Dawn.
I'm gonna kick him out.
forgot what the
Werewolves,
first book is called.
vampires.
That's right. Sparkle. When the sun shines, it sparkles.
I wonder if my
in the
fingers
eyes.
should accidentally slip and ban him from chat.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
he'll
even doing anything in
still be in
chat.
Skype though.
Hmm.
That's the problem.
Huh,
Skype-tastic.
Tyler, I didn't realize you weren't modded.
Oh, it's
He
because
uses his other one because I accidentally banned him last
I
night.
got
But if he
banned
was
on
modded, you couldn't
Adam's
ban him.
account, so I got back in.
Ah,
But he's
the
not
robot.
in Adam's
Not,
stream.
not,
Oh, I
not
see.
which is
Bad
its
robot.
own question and answer that maybe that conversation should be had. Adam,
What's the problem?
I noticed
I was just
Bob,
randomly made a
I
mod,
noticed
so I don't
Bob
know.
was
Yeah,
modded.
you
I
made Bob a
noticed
mod over
Brian was
the actual
modded.
growth.
Well, I made Bob a mod because I thought his heart would break if I didn't, and then I made Brian a mod because he's always there.
Because I'm the one who actually keeps control of them.
That's right.
Of all 4 of your viewers.
So,
Oh, that's gold, man. Wow.
I had 25 once.
I know, I can't talk. I
Oh.
You need to pick up the
Yeah,
drill
really?
there, Paul.
is it drill? Oh. Why
Yes,
didn't I
it's
pick
in the
up all
top
these
slot
things?
on that box.
I mean, my issue is probably I need to do more League of Legends, but
Hey, Bob.
Pretty sure everyone should do more League of Legends.
So I've lit the match. So now I have a lit match. What do I use the lit match on? Let's try using it on this. I'm gonna burn this bird to death. Nope, can't do that.
Should I? No, I'll let you struggle for a while.
Gee, thanks, buddy.
Well, once you can't figure it out, then I'll
So
help
it's
you.
telling me to do something with the bug, but I don't have a bug. Oh, that. Use. No, I need a shovel for that. No? Oh, this thing got... The drill got it out. Okay.
You have an auger. Yeah.
Ew, there's bugs. I'll burn them away.
Uh-huh.
No, can't burn them away. So,
They don't like the smell of
I
tobacco.
see. Now I can burn them. That's what you get. Alright, let's see, we got about...
Wait, was the team posing for pictures before the game was over?
I think so.
That's not very.
There's a minute and 55 left.
Yeah, I'm not digging that at all.
Tyler, you're so
Huh.
critical of everything.
That's
Right.
very little respect.
Yeah, that's kind of the running joke in Paul's stream, Mongbox. Eventually, everybody's just going to be a mod.
Yep. It's only a matter of time.
I think you should unmod me.
And then Moobot won't be able to do anything because they'll all be mods.
Turncoat. Oh, we just got a handle to put in the thing, and now I can go over here and use my lock. Nope, I can't because of the snow. Huh. So I'll go get my shovel. Ah, the blimp
There
is
you
back.
go.
If
There's-
not by land, then maybe by air.
Handle, meat, shovel. Booyah. So I've still got wire cutters.
Well, you just got here, no time.
Oh. Yeah, no, I mean, technically, he's been around as long as...
I know,
He's been around
technically
since
he's
the very
someone else.
first
But
stream. Only he went and threw all that goodwill away by changing his name, so now it is like he's a new guy, isn't it?
we can start with you, so-called. I'm kidding, of course. You know you're done with a specific interactive puzzle when you can no longer interact with it.
That doesn't make any sense.
Carson going for his 5th interception.
Makes total sense.
I know. Got me a piece of paper and some pants. Those are good things to have. Oh, there's a bug. Come here, bug.
Mwahaha.
So-called never stops by my stream.
So called. What is your problem? He also never answers me on Skype.
Even though I travel all the way to Hitbox for him. Hitbox. What is even
That's
Hitbox?
the place you go to see people play
Yeah, that's-
Unipop.
Yeah,
Indeed.
There's-
You won't get
there's
banned
like
for it.
a couple dozen people that use Hitbox.
Yeah.
You know, I think the highest viewer count ever recorded was 6.
Pretty much.
I wonder what there must be. Is there a front page on Hitbox like how they have on Twitch? Like somebody that's
Cool, Alex. Yes, there is.
yeah.
Yep.
I wonder
Yeah.
what that looks like.
Yeah, 6 viewers. It was like they were all celebrating. They're like,
Woo!
"Oh man,
I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
earn
go to Hitbox.
0.25 cents.
yeah." They're like, "Oh, the nickels are gonna be rolling in tonight." They're playing ads like crazy, doing all these commercial
Oh my
breaks.
gosh.
Jeez.
What?
By the way, you guys, I just discovered a much better way to get around than what I've been doing. If you tap right on the D-pad and you're not on left on the D-pad and you're not in hard mode, you'll bring up a map and it shows which places have things you could do new stuff in. So that's pretty convenient and cool.
And there's actually on the PC there's an even easier mode called casual.
Wow, no casual for Xbox.
That gives you basically unlimited
How do I
hints.
see? Oh, that's how you see your
Well,
inventory.
that sounds
Got
fun.
wine. Do I give it to them?
What? Access to civilians?
You
is
give
not
him
granted.
the
Right,
paper and then take it back to the
Yeah, that's what I
bar
was thinking.
because that's her booze that was confiscated by them.
I'm not sure, so-called.
They are very German, yeah.
Thank
Oh.
you.
Yeah, it
All
is
your
like
drinks are on the
fictional.
house.
It's a fictional
Feel free
country,
to
but
mix
yeah, it's
yourself one.
pretty
I'll be right
close
back.
to Germany, places like that.
Oh, I mean they're speaking in German quite a lot, like verboten, yeah.
They actually say that?
Yeah, one of your cards
Oh.
say that.
So here's something where I have to mix ratios and stuff.
Classic,
Wait,
silly
My
puzzle.
names are more official. What does that mean?
Hmm?
Uh,
Oh well, Windows Central is a pretty official stream.
I'm just kidding, so-called. I'm not
Brian, tell me
trying
what
to.
to do here. I don't want to.
I'm not trying to burn your bacon. You know what I mean?
Well, for the 5, you just put the red into the 5 and dump it in the dump
Oh,
it in the
right.
thing with the
Okay.
5 on it.
Right. Yeah, I guess I can do that.
Hey, Leonard.
So, and then for the 2, you want to fill up the 5 and then dump it into the 3, which will give you
Okay, I
2.
got it. Yeah, no, I'm actually not bad.
And then you can figure
Just
out
the
the last one.
controls, I didn't understand what I was actually supposed to be doing for this to make sense. So I have to get this down to a 1. So how am I gonna do that?
Hmm.
So where do I dump the 3? Oh, down the drain. Yeah.
You can dump it in the drain, yeah.
Guys, I just installed the Hitbox app.
Uh-oh.
There's an app for it.
So I need to get it down to 1.
No. Anybody know my username?
Does it say tens of downloads? I would
Ooh.
guess your username is 0 on Hitbox.
You know what? That's what I'm guessing. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that and see if it's right.
You started with the wrong one. Start with
Yeah.
the 3.
Whoops. Get rid of you. This is why I didn't take chemistry. Actually, the reason I switched out of chemistry immediately is because of all the math.
There wasn't enough hot girls?
Well, no, there was a decent number, but no, it was the math.
Okay, so far it's not correct.
Science is a sucker's game.
Damn it.
I agree with that, Tyler.
Jeez. And there's another puzzle. Not quite like this, but similar. Later on.
That's right, I got it. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, like Cecil
Achievement,
says, this is just a logic
no
puzzle.
skipping.
I did it. I signed in.
3 mini games without skipping. So whatever you do, don't skip, because apparently you'll miss out on achievements. I don't like when they put mechanics like that in there and then they punish you if you use them.
All right. Well, the number 1 stream on Hitbox is a whole bunch of words that I don't understand.
I hope you find your friend.
Grab a gra, Dr. Ruby and Dr. Bartot's Oncologia. Oncologia.
Oncologia?
Oncologia. Is that a
like-
game or
You
is it
forgot to
something?
grab the drink that you made.
That's like a oncology is like study of
Yeah.
cancer, isn't it?
And
Yes.
if you're a cancer doctor and you have to be...
You're an oncologist.
Yeah, but you messed up what I was going to say. Okay,
Alright.
if you're
It's
a
just-
doctor
It's just
and you're at home and you only work when they call you in, then you're an oncologist.
Russian League of Legends.
Ding ding.
Thank
That
you.
was a good one, actually.
No,
Ba-doom.
That was pretty clever. I'll do it.
Oh,
No, thanks to
I
Brian.
said I would give up my helmet, and I would keep
Mhm.
my word. Take it, lady.
I'm gonna see if so-called's not alive.
Oh yeah, so I am, Alex.
Who got banned?
Uh-oh.
What? Who? Where?
Do we ban inverted access again?
Whew!
Maybe.
Finally.
Nope, inverted access is still around.
I banned somebody last night for copying usernames.
Oh yeah, we do need to
that's a
stop
dumb-
with that
That's
joke,
a dumb
yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Because it's really easy to
I'm gonna have to ban you.
Yeah,
misunderstand.
and it can get out
I mean,
of
you can
hand.
talk Twilight in here. There's no rule against it. I looked in the rules down below. And if there was a rule against it, it'd be listed there,
Uh-oh.
but it's not. So
I
we're
told
good.
you, Silent Wolf. Twilight is awesome, and that's why you should be in the stream
See?
all the time.
Silent Wolf knows what's up. Oh,
You people
that's
scare
cold,
me.
Bob. So, go up to these guys
Hurry up, soldier. You're getting
and
off the
just
ground
get in
any
the
time
thing.
now.
Yep. Alright. This is as far as I got in the phone game, so I'm looking forward to seeing what else happens. Ah! Robot Centipede again. Those things are creepy.
Yeah, that thing is really creepy.
Raffle PS4.
You lose.
I lost.
No order.
Raffle Dreamcast.
Alright.
Can I do that?
Yes, I lost.
You're just making me sad now.
Yeah.
Sorry, but eventually.
Did you know that the Wii U outsold the Dreamcast recently?
Did it really? That's
Yep.
a bummer.
Yeah.
And people keep saying it's failed. I mean, they've sold 15 million units. That's not exactly a
Dreamcast
failure.
wasn't a failure
It's
either.
not exactly a success.
Yeah.
Got me a gear. That grinds my gears.
You definitely lose, Alex.
Aw.
iPhone 6 Plus. Alex loves iPhones.
By the way, Alex and I recently got the first DLC level pack for Earth Defense Force 4.1. So, I really hope we get to stream that eventually.
Cool.
Nice. It was weird that they launched 2 Earth Defense Force games at the same
Yeah,
time.
I think it couldn't have hurt to space them out. Like, the Vita game just didn't do nearly as well, or online-wise, it's Ghost Town, obviously. But the online is really a Ghost Town because the online mode for it is designed in a worse way.
Use your
Oh.
bird on the
Oh
centipede.
man, I keep forgetting I can do that bird thing. I'm never gonna get used to that. Bird, go out. You should just automatically use him. I'll use the crowbar. So if you like adventure games in general, or hidden object games, I think those are the people who are especially going to enjoy it. But there are some enjoyable puzzles as well. What am I supposed to do with this clothing? I can move it, but it just goes back to where it was. It's not cool. Well, move to hook. I'm trying to unlatch all the hooks, it looks like. Why don't you like puzzles, Adam?
I like puzzles when they're in games that are enjoyable.
With shooting, you mean?
I mean, let me think if there's a. Let me think
I
if
like
there's just a
puzzles.
straight up puzzle game that I've really
Krypton
enjoyed.
3DO is awesome.
I liked Braid. I liked Braid.
Braid. Braid's a puzzle platformer, but well,
Yeah,
Okay.
Braid was fun. I cannot
Right.
wait for his next game.
I much prefer puzzle platformers over straight puzzle games. I like that the PB Winter Bottom. It was a
Oh,
360
yeah,
game.
Pies. Catching the
Yeah,
pies.
yeah, that was the coolest little art style and everything.
By the way, the Braid guy's next game is the one I asked you about, Paul.
Oh.
Yep, comes out on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, I'll try, but we'll see. Correct. Go on, Bird, knock it down. Jonathan Blow, isn't that the guy?
That's
Yep.
his name.
At least he's accurately labeled.
Hey, now.
Braid is great.
Braid is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
It sort of kickstarted the indie
I could use
revolution.
to fly
It
to
helped.
Castle.
I was actually like looking. I mean, it definitely was like the biggest game at the time. Castle Crashers came out right after it. Was another monumental.
Yeah, that was another big one.
influential game. Geometry Wars, both Geometry Wars 1 and 2 were big deals.
Yep.
The one game that I don't think gets enough credit is the Penny Arcade RPG game that they made. That was
Oh,
on
yeah,
that
Xbox
one's really good.
Live. Like that game came out before Braid, and that was like that. It was just like XBLA was like Sega ports of old Sega games and ports of old arcade games at first, and games like Braid and like that Penny Arcade game and Castle Crashers and even Geometry Wars, although it is kind of in an arcade style, kind of like proved that it didn't have to just be ports of old arcade games. Like there could actually be good content on XBLA.
Did you know that? Did you know that the third Penny Arcade game came out on the Indie Games channel?
Yeah, The first two were made by Hothead, which also did like
Yeah.
one of the Death Spanks and that one with the blue guys. But then the third one was made by those guys that are making Cosmic Star Heroine.
Yeah, they did
And
the
they did the-
Z-Boyd.
Yeah, Z-Boyd games. They did the
Yeah.
Breath of Fire, Breath of Death, and they did the
Yeah.
Cthulhu game. I don't
I'm
know
not
how to
crazy
say that.
about them.
Yeah.
You know why? Let me tell you why. Okay,
Oh, what?
well, that Amazing Princess Sarah game, what's so cool about it is it came out on Live Indie Games, then they put it on Windows Phone, right? And that was easy for them to do because they use basically the same language, so it was very little work for them to port it over. Now, Z-Boyd could have done that as well with their games, their indie games, and I talked to them about it, and they just never would because they just plain didn't like Windows Phone. They didn't see it as worth any level of effort, and that always rubbed me the wrong way because it would have been so easy for them to do. And so, in contrast, the Amazing Princess Sarah people, their games are less interesting. They're fine, but they're less interesting. But at least they were willing to, bring them to the people who might want them. It was a shame because all the indie game developers who could easily port their games to Windows Phone should have done so. It would not have been a lot of work. That would have been a big help for Windows Phone. That's why.
I remember because they were big on the Vita when the Vita first. It wasn't when it first came out, but when there was like that first time that like, hey, there's not going to be tons of AAA games on the Vita, and like it kind of became an indie machine. They got really into it, and then I remember they did this poll. They're like, should we port our Breath of Death games and our Cthulhu game over, or should we just work on, I think it's called Cosmic Star Heroine or whatever. And I don't know what the results of the poll were. I guess that they were not to port them over, but I thought it'd be cool to see them ported over to the Vita. But I mean, that Cosmic Star Heroine game has been in progress for, it's got to be getting close to 3 years now. Like they need to get their game out. They already missed the Vita indie explosion because now there's so many indies on Vita that like it won't get noticed nearly as well as it would have.
Yeah, because they're curmudgeonly about supporting platforms. Like I see it as kind of the same thing. I mean, obviously, Windows Phone went downhill instead of uphill, although it could have gone uphill. Just Microsoft was so bad with it.
I blame Microsoft for Windows.
Yeah, because it had a lot of potential.
Yeah.
A lot.
I liked mine a lot.
Huh? Oh, how about you? The wind would snatch the flag if he unhooked it, so do it.
Well, that happens with consoles. Well, I say consoles, but I mean the phone. If you could think about consoles like the Saturn and like the Dreamcast, how quickly publishers bailed on those consoles.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not surprising that someone's going to say, "Well, I'm not going to hitch my wagon to this,
this thing that we think might fail.
That is on the trajectory to fail." You know what I mean? So,
but
I don't. It's a bummer. I mean, believe me,
like
it's a bummer.
It was written in the exact same language. Like it just would have been so little work for them to just bring it over to satisfy a certain need.
When you're a tiny team, maybe even a little work is more than you're willing to put in.
Apparently.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, true. Who knows, to say it's a little work, but then who knows how much work it is for, like, a tiny team like them, which is, like, a couple people.
That's what I'm told. I was told by developers and stuff, oh, no, it's no big deal to do this and that, that kind of thing. So, I can't know for sure, but it certainly did not seem to be like it would have been a big endeavor. What am I supposed to use here? So I need more gears before I can do
messaging server's broken.
Is that correct?
Yes, you need to find all the gears. You need one more.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna go solve one more puzzle and then we'll call it quits. By the way, you'll notice there haven't been a whole lot of hidden object scenes in this, which is, it depends on how much you like hidden objects.
I think there's maybe half a dozen, maybe 10 in the game. There's not that many.
Surprising. Alright, so I got all my gears. I can go back in there.
You're allowed to wear pants in this stream, Leonard.
You're allowed to.
It's not against the rules.
Alright, make the wheel on the right, turn to jump start. I don't know about all this. Can I not put it down in the wrong place?
Yeah, I thought it was more of a hidden object.
If it doesn't fit,
game too.
it won't. You can't put
If
it
it
there.
doesn't fit, you must acquit. Oh, sorry. That's something different.
Exactly.
Alright, we got that one on. I don't think this is gonna work. Nope. This is definitely not. Alright, let's just pull it. Nope, that didn't work.
You can move the gears; they're already there.
Can? See, I would have had no idea.
Yes. The only two you can't move are the very bottom left and the very top right.
Alright, so we need a bigger one right there, I guess. Which is what she said. Let's see.
Only to you.
Oh, that's wrong.
Oh, the X-File starts
That's a
tonight.
dirty lie, and you know it. Yep.
That's a scurrilous lie. It's so bad.
Which I believe means that it has a vitamin C deficiency due to the long months at sea.
Possibly.
Step away from the mic for 1 sec.
You were here?
Couldn't fool me.
Sorry.
Okay, I heard that. Don't be a jerk.
Oh,
Now I'm leaving.
Okay.
well, that ain't gonna do it. Let's solve this puzzle and then we're gonna call it quits. This has been a lot of fun though. It's more of a casual game, but it's still fun. You know, it's something different.
It's still a lot of fun, and it's got a fun story.
You know, on the subject of the character names being goofy, it occurs to me that the developer's first language would not be English. So that may play, you know, like what may read as goofy to some of us, to them it might just sound cool. You know, kind of like what Japanese developers do, like their awful Final Fantasy names and such. Did it!
Well, yeah.
Word.
They tend to be a little
Adam's not
wonky
going to be here when
sometimes.
we end the stream.
It's too busy getting
Just a
whiskey.
reminder, if you're watching us live, we are coming back in just a few minutes with This War Is Mine. We're going to take a first look at that. Silent Wolf asks about the winners.
We did it, Matthew. That should get
Yes. Let's see.
I'm really into this story, actually, yeah. I mean, as well as I've been able to pay attention to it while talking to my pals, I've still enjoyed it. What's the difference between... Oh.
Glad to.
There isn't an official one,
Alejandro,
Alex.
I told you the best Twitch app is Unstream. There's no contest. But...
All right, Mongox.
Oh,
Have
yeah,
a good
good
one.
seeing you,
Why
Monkbox.
don't you just use Android, Alex?
I think he's got an iPhone, doesn't he?
I would say the best is the
I thought he
official.
hated Apple with a passion.
Oh. Yeah, certainly there is no official.
You never get anywhere if you hate.
No,
a
Alejandro
company.
does not hate Apple. He has a Mac, and I think he got a nice new iPhone recently from work. So, to quit, do I just
Oh.
pick main menu?
Mhm.
Alright, well let's wrap this stream up, you guys. This has been Clockwork Tale, the very first one. Is there already a sequel, do you know, Brian?
There was multiple Clockwork Tales games.
Yeah,
in
so we can
Steam.
look forward to a new one coming eventually. Probably the same applies to Nightmares from the Deep, because that's a series as well. It costs $10 on Xbox One, also available, like we said, on Windows Phone and many other platforms. Xbox One is the one to
Yep,
get.
it's $10 on
Oh,
Steam too.
There you go. I really liked it. Thank you to Artifex Mundi for providing these prizes and the game for us to stream. It has been really cool.
Indeed.
Remember, stick around if you're watching live. Don't forget to leave a comment on the article for tonight's stream. We hope you've enjoyed this Sunday stream. We don't do Sunday streams often. This is probably our first official Sunday stream, but it's been good for me.
Yep.
Thank you, Tyler and Brian.
Indeed.
No thanks to Adam, because he's not around. Freaking
That's
right
Tiger
here.
Coat.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, hey,
He
it's
is
Adam.
back.
Thank
Hey,
you too,
welcome
pal.
See?
Adam brought the Twilight talk
Catch
tonight.
you guys bad mouthing me.
So, just thank you for teaching us so much about that wonderful series of books, Adam.
I mean, no problem. Anytime you want to know something about Twilight.
Excellent.
Yep, that's what we're here for.
Love you all. Stick around, and whatever you do, don't hate. Appreciate.
Have a good one.
That ought to hold the little SOBs. That's
Oddly
my
enough, the stream hasn't ended.
that's my